Good morning, scholars. Happy Monday. Today is Monday, April 20th, 2020. All right, guys, this week in our math, we're going to be focusing on our two parts, our problem of the day and our main math work. All right, in our problem of the day, we know we're looking at solving those word problems and understanding what exactly is our job. In our word problems this week, we will have regrouping. So we're going to remember how we have to sometimes take a place value and move it over to the next. In our math this week, our SWON work, we're going to be focusing on we're going to be coming back to our odd and even numbers, and we're going to be really thinking about how we can get ready for multiplication. Getting ready for third grade, guys. Okay. Let's jump into our problem of the day. We know we have 4 jobs to do when we're working with a word problem. Job number 1, we better read the problem. Let's get to it. Sue read 57 pages on Monday and 35 pages on Tuesday. How many pages did she read in all? All right, job number 1. Check, done. We read it. Now we really have to take it apart and look for our keywords and numbers. That's job number 2. We're going to look for our keywords and numbers. Okay, let's get to it. Let's find those keywords and numbers. All right, I see here that here's this number 57. But what about 57? It says here Sue read 57 pages on Monday, and I see a keyword here, and that tells me she did the 57 pages on Monday, and she read some more. Here it is. She read 35 pages on Tuesday. So there are some keywords and numbers. So let's take those numbers and use them. So we're going to use our 57 and our 35. What are we going to do with those numbers here? Well, here's our job. It says we need to find out how many pages did she read in all? So in all tells us we have a sum to find. That's our job. All right, guys, we just did job number 2. We highlighted our keywords and numbers, but check it out. As we highlighted our keywords and number, we also did job number 3. We wrote an equation. So we read our problem, we found the keywords and numbers, we wrote our equation. Now we're ready to solve it. We're ready to do our job. Okay, guys, let's do it. So let's put our place value chart up. We know we always have to make that drawing to figure out what do we do. All right, I'm going to start with my 57. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones in 57, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones in 10s in 57. Let's go on to 35. 35 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones, and 1, 2, 3 10s. Okay, now what? Well, we got to add them up, right? Now let's check it out. I notice here that there's more than 10. Do you see that? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 5. Well, I know that 7 plus 5 equals 12. Remember, those are those facts we got to know right away. That means I'm going to have 10 and 2 extras. Guys, remember what we do when we bundle up that group of 10? You got it. We got to move it over and regroup. We're turning our 10 ones into 1 10. There it is. And that means we only have 2 left over in our ones column. Now we have 5 plus 3. What's 5 plus 3? 8. Remember, we're learning our math facts in a flash. And 1 more gives us 9. So this is where we box up the sum, because the sum is our job. We're figuring out the sum. So how many pages did Sue read in all? 92. So we box up that sum. All right, gang. When we're thinking about our odd and even numbers today, remember, we're always thinking if they go together in a pair, then we know they're even numbers. But if somebody's left over, they're odd. All right, guys, so let's look at our key vocabulary today. We have our even number. So it's a number that is made of groups of 2 without any left over. So if there's a group of 2 and another group of 2, and another group of 2, and another group of 2, and there's none left over. What's that number called? It's even. All right, but check it out. Our odd number, it's a number that is made of groups of 2, but there's one left over. So I have a group of 2, I have a group of 2, I have a group of 2, and I have one more, and what happened? Somebody's left over. They're not in a pair. That's an odd number. And our last vocabulary word for the day is pairing. So in pairing, when we think about pairing, we're thinking about groups of, or 2 objects that are matched together. So if I have a group of 2 and another group of 2, those are pairs. So guys, think about what kind of pairs have you seen around? Well, I'm just looking at my face and I see I have 2 eyes. I have 2 eyebrows. I have 2 ears, but I only have 1 mouth. I only have 1 nose. So when I think about pairs, I'm thinking about things that are groups of 2 that go together. And if we have 1 left over, that's called an odd number. So let's think about numbers that would be even. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. None left over. Think about numbers that are odd. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Those are odd numbers. All right, guys. In our math work today, you know how to do it. You're going to go into your problem of the day. Watch the example. Remember, regrouping is something that we're coming back to, and we've taken a long break. So we want to make sure we're remembering how to regroup. Take our numbers, make that equation, and draw out that picture. Remember our 4 steps that we're going to use every time we solve a word problem. All right, guys, and then we're going to jump into our math work where we're going to be finding pairs. Let's take a look at that one. All right, guys, here we are. So you're going to see here, you can click right here in our example. And in yours, you're going to find which ones are even numbers or which ones are odd numbers. So you're going to be drawing out your picture. So you're going to be making the number in the chart. And if it doesn't have a leftover, you know it's even. If it does have a leftover, you know it's odd. Then we're going to explain that. We have to make sure we make a sentence. In our example today, you can watch Miss Moseley doing that work, and you can see that the example says 12 and 10 are even numbers because they make groups of 2 with none left over. Remember our vocabulary. Even numbers make groups of 2 with none left over. Odd numbers make groups of 2 and have a leftover. All right, guys, that's our math for the day. Have a great day of learning. I'll see you soon.